Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, third chapter, Karma Yoga, ABCD, about the action. In the last class, we have completed up to the 19th shloka. The 19th shloka I will read once again. Tasmadasaktas satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hyacharan karma paramapnoti purushaha. After explaining the secrets of the Karma Yoga from 18th shloka, 8th shloka to 18th shloka, in that also particularly we saw in the 17th shloka, Bhagavan, 17th, 18th are actually to mention that the result or the phalam of the Karma Yoga. The phalam of the Karma Yoga is giving the preparation, qualification for the Gnana Yoga, and after that you participate in the Gnana Yoga and then you attain the Gnanam, then Moksha. So there in the 17th and 18th shloka, the Gnana Phalam, when Bhagavan is explaining that time, he clearly brought out that the phalam of the Gnanam is the Moksha, recognition of one's own self. How this person who practiced the Karma Yoga and now culmination of the Karma Yoga led him to the Gnana Yoga, and he took part and practiced the Gnana Yoga also by Shravana Manana Nidhyasana, and then what happened? He becomes the self-satisfied person. Bhagavan used the three words in that shloka: Atmaratihi, Atmatruptaha, Atmatruptihi, Atmatushtihi. Just I am reminding that particular important word, then we'll see. Atmaratihi means the reveling with the some relation. Okay, reveling or being with some relation is called reveling, ratihi. And secondly, truptihi, by indulging in the things is called the trupti, and tushtihi is with possessions, with the possessions. So the first one we can say with the relations, and the third we can say with the possessions, and altogether this indulgence. But now if you put it in a positive way, this person is his relation, he revels only within himself, and he is content within himself, and he is happy within himself. That means the artha, dharma, artha and kama, all these three are not relevant for him outside, but he attained the benefit of the artha, dharma, artha, kama within himself, and that's why he is a free person, a liberated person, or Jivan Mukta. Okay. Then the meaning of this word to word we have to see 19th shloka. Therefore, Arjuna, You must participate in your duty doing this war. Tasmat, but therefore, karyam karma samachara, keeping all this what is spoken to you, keep in the mind, and then you do the action. Samyak achara samachara. Always satatam, but the condition is be asaktaha and do the karma. Be detached to the results of the karma, and before doing, while doing, after done also, never have any expectation. If at all you have expectation, only one expectation you can have. This action, my actions, will help me to purify our mind, makes my mind free from the raga and dvesha. So keep this in the mind as the keep this attitude, and if you do like that by being unattached, unexpected the results of the any karma, but still you will continue to do your swadharma. Then what will happen? If you are doing like that without attachment, definitely, indeed, what happens now? Asakta Purushaha apnoti paramam. This Asaktaha Purushaha, whoever do without attachment, and he is doing these actions, his own dharma, acharan karma, but still he attains the paramam apnoti. That word is important. Paramam, highest, supreme, Shreyas, Moksham, Brahman, Paramatman, Nirvanam, all these words synonym. Param, the ultimate. After that, there is nothing to achieve anything, nothing to gain, or nothing to lose. That is only in the 18th shloka Bhagavan said, for him, there is no tasya karyam na vidyate. And he is not doing for the sake of fulfillment, but he do out of the fulfillment. So in this, apnoti paramam means sattva shuddhi dwarena, because now the mind is fully sattvic. Moksham prapnoti. Shankara says, in this way, samacharan means another meaning is Ishwarardham karma karoti. Yah Ishwarardham karma karoti samacharet. At the same time, without expecting or anticipating any result of it, but still he will do. Such a person attains the perfection, skill in action, which leads to the perfection in action, and make him to realize the the perfect Atma, because Atma is ever perfect, Anatma is never perfect, cannot be perfect. Now, after telling that, in 20th shloka, I will read first. कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्तितार्जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि. Now, in this shloka, the first line is meant for to say, Arjuna, suppose maybe you are thinking like that you attain the knowledge, you become a gnani. Even though you attain the gnanam, and if you claim yourself you are a gnani, but still you have to do this work. Then why? If a person who attained the highest paramam, then why still he has to do the karma? Why he have to do this war? Because you see, listen, karmani eva hi samsiddhim astita janakadaya. The king Janaka and etc. Many uh, kings, those who were in the past, they all attained they accomplished what they have to accomplish through karma alone. Through karma alone. That means karmana eva hi janakadaya astitaha. By doing their duty alone, Janaka and etc. have attained the samsiddhi means the ultimate goal, liberation, moksha. This is one statement. Why Bhagavan referring and mentioning this? Because you are a Kshatriya. Yes, you have lot of responsibility towards the society. And first of all, I will tell you, you are not a Gnani. You are deserved only for do the Karma Yoga. Later you may attain the Gnanam. So you are, but even though, suppose hypothetically if you argue and say you are attained the Gnanam, you attained the Samasthiti, all that, but still you have to do the work as like these Rajarshi is done. Here Bhagavan given the example of the only Janaka. We know all of us how Janaka is a great wise person. He comes in some of the Upanishads also, the dialogues between the Yajnavalkya and the Janaka, and he is considered as the very wise person, Videha Raja. He is while living in the Deha, but he is with the knowledge of as though he doesn't have any body. And in his kingdom, he all are many are wise. He ruled the country like that. And in that way, Janaka, etc. Bhagavan says Adayaha, Adipadat, etc. Then one or two more also we can recollect. One is Ashwapati Raja, who is the Kaikeyi's father. His story comes in the Chandogya Upanishad, or in the Ikshvaku Vamsha. There are many rajas like in Bhagavata Mahapurana beginning, one example comes, Khatwanga Raja. They are all such a great kings and as well as they are Rajarshis. They are in the attire as kings and they are doing physically the ruling of the kingdom and all that with all the knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge about the self. Particularly this Katwanga Rishi, they are all such a great powerful kings. Uh, he was called to the Swarga heaven to help the Devatas in the war between the Asuras and the Devatas. So there, Devatas got victory in the war, and then all of them praised the Khatwanga Raja, and they want to give so many gifts and all that. But he just immediately asked one question. I don't want any gifts. I want just go quickly. I came back long ago. And you just ask your Chitragupta, the stenographer of the Yamadharmaraja, find out and tell me still how long I am going to live. What is my lifespan? Then they inquired and found that another 1.5 hour Muhurta Kalam you are going to live. Then immediately he told bye bye to everybody there in the Swarga, and with his own power of tapas, yoga shakti, he came onto the earth. And they told another thing also, if you go to the earth now, nobody whom you know and who they know you, they won't be there because the time span now gone so much. Because the time scale between the devatas and the manushas are different. So, but still, I just go to Bhuloka. And what he did after coming here immediately, he sat in meditation. That means he completely withdrawn himself and dropped everything, his um, identity with the body, identity with his own profession like king and all that about the country. He just sat in one forest and meditated, and within 1 hour, by the his previous practice and the previous the satsang and the shravana, all he recollected, and he realized and come to know that aham brahmasmi deho naham. I am not the body. I am the Satchidananda Swarupa Atma Brahma. Within the 1.5 hour time, Murta, he attained the liberation before the body leaving. How it is possible? Because he prepared all the way. Just now he went for help the Devatas to the Swarga, did the war, and but his inner knowledge has not corrupted at all. That is the point. So like that, this Ikshvaku Vamsha Khatwanga Raja, or if we take the Asuras side, take from the Asuras side, the Hiranyakashipu's son Prahalada. Prahalada got the Parabhakti and the oneness of the Narayana, and that Gnanam also he attained in a childhood itself because of the grace of the Guru Narada. Then he got the vision of the Bhagavan Narayana in the form of Narasimha Avatar or all that. But after that also still he lived for long and he ruled the country, and he had a Virochana son. Huh? And then so Prahalada, so at the end, so they were all the way after seeing the Lord, after having so much that intense, deep devotion, but they were still lived as the king and did their duty and ruled the country. And Bhagavatam, if you go on see, there are so many rajas like that, Ambarisha and Prudu Maharaja. And in Brihadaranyaka one important incident will come, that is Ajatashatru Brahmanam, illa Gargya Brahmanam. There one Brahmana, here Brahmana means a section, but Gargya is the name of the Brahmin. He went to the Kshatriya Ajatashatru to gain the Brahma Vidya knowledge. Generally, it is reverse. Brahmanas are always the teachers and endowed with the Brahma Jnana, and they give the Gnanam to other Varnams. So when this Gargya Brahmana went to the Ajatashatru, he just astonished and told to himself and asked, no, 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 how come I can give you the Brahma Gnanam? You are a Brahmana, you are a Dvija, and but anyhow, you have come all the way and asking, then Ajatashatru teaches to that Brahmana the Brahma Vidya. So why these incidents are all recollected? Those days, even they were all, that's why in Bhagavata Mahapurana or any Purana, these Raja stories, they lived for 10,000 years, and 5,000 years and more than that also. Like even Dasharatha also is a, they're all Rajarshis. Dasharatha lived, Ramayana says 60,000 years. But at the end, they were all tried for the Vanaprastha and went to the forest and did the tapas and attained the moksha. Of course, in Dasharatha's case, we don't see that because but he's totally prepared and he tapasvi only. Great tapas is there. But only because of the one attachment with the son Rama, he left the body by thinking the Rama himself. But thinking the Rama is thinking about the Atma Parabrahman. That's why Dasharatha didn't get the liberation. According to Ramayana also, see, he went to the Swarga. After Lanka conquering the Ravana, there Dasharatha appears and blesses them. Rama, Lakshmana, Sita. Of course, that is a different story. Now here Bhagavan mentioning, so like that, why you have to run away? Even if you are gained the knowledge. Then Arjuna may pose the question, no, 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 I don't think so. You are mentioning the Janaka and all other example. But I think Janaka, they were all still doing the Karma Yoga. And I think they were not attained the perfection and the ultimate knowledge of the Atma Gnana. Because if person gets a Atma Gnana, he is not supposed to take active participation in the Laukika relative world. The to be a king. Is it a small job or what? Can we expect that any prime minister or chief minister can come and attend our Gita class? Because they are so much with responsibility and extroverted. Okay, so then if Arjuna asks that doubt or question, then Bhagavan says, not said directly here, because the next line, the answer, if such question arises in Arjuna's mind, no, no, you are thinking who said Janaka didn't get the knowledge. Actually, who got the knowledge and who is Gnani, who is, nobody knows. Suppose if I am having my knowledge about myself, how you do know? Even Guru cannot know that that student has got the his self knowledge. As like it is so simple that you don't know my hunger. You cannot know my hunger satiation also. I only will know. In the same way, don't think in that way. They are still trying for the perfection and doing the karma yoga. That's why they were working. In gradually, in course of time, they attain the perfection. No, no, not like that. It is very clearly in Janaka's life, in many Upanishads, he comes and there, even Ashtavakra Gita also, the Ashtavakra praised the student, the Janaka, and the stand of the Janaka, where he stands. Okay. But still you are asking me to work, even if I got the Gnanam, or I to get established in the knowledge which I have told. Yes. You know why? Now here the another dimension Bhagavan explaining in the second line of this 20th shloka. लोकसङ्ग्रहम् एव अपि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि एव अपि सम्पश्यन्. Now at least you forget about the Janaka attain the liberation or not, but for certain I will tell you you are still need to do this karma. Okay, if you consider that you are also got the knowledge and liberated, but still you can do. Why? This is the reason. Eva api sampashyan. At least you consider and look from this standpoint angle. Loka sangraham. That means the upliftment of the society, as a duty towards the society. That's why many Gnanis are all live in the society and work for the society for all the Loka Sangraham, for the welfare of the people, not for the name and fame's sake, for welfare of the people, as the uh, a kind of contribution towards the Lord's creation, Lokasang. Lokasya uh, Unmarga Pravritti Nivaranam. That means here Shankara says people should not go in a wrong way. That too, you are a king, Kshatriya. Definitely, you must be the role model to the society. Yatha Raja, Tatha Praja. Therefore, you have so much responsibility on your shoulders. And you know that these adharma people, the Duryodhana and all that, you have to do this Duryodhanodectomy and all this who are all standing on the side of them. Because it is a harm to the society. When something is a foreign body which is going to harm the entire body, the doctor has to amputate and remove that part. Otherwise, the whole body, the life itself in danger. In the same way, because of these adharmic people, and as a kshatriya, kshatat trayate iti kshatriya, okay, it is your responsibility to see that people should not fall and become the victims of the adharma. So, lokasya unmarga pravritti nivaranam. Okay, sanmarga, instead of sanmarga, they are going unmarga. Pravritti nivaranartham loka sangraham. That means for this upliftment of society. So then is it not going to become a social service? No, no. Social service everybody cannot do. If Brahmana can't do so much for the sake of society, our responsibility as the king, Kshatriya, is having. So you are a Kshatriya. If you see in that angle also, Loka Sangrahartham, for that matter, everybody should lead a role model life. So you should act for the sake of the benefit of the upliftment of the society. So if you see in that angle also, you are supposed to do this war. So in this way, Bhagavan given a new dimension by mentioning in the first line about the example of Janaka and etc. Why can't you do your duty? So after that, in 21st shloka, यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तद्देवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते. Arjuna, you may ask the question again. You may got the question in your mind. For whose sake? For what? What sake? For what? For whose sake I have to do this Loka Sangraham? If you get such a doubt, listen. You know, in this world, the natural tendency of the people is sheepish mentality. That means if they see any role model in the society, people, majority will follow him. Majority will follow him. That too, who is with a name and fame and popular in the society. So, yad acharati sreshtaha, whatever the sreshtaha, sistacharaha sreshtaha. That means who has got a very disciplined, well-planned, purposeful lifestyle. Okay, and sreshtaha means otherwise leaders, pradhanaha, superior, and the superior people, the highest on the highest strata of the society, that too particularly king. King is not a normal job, no. The whole country population people will look at the king. That's why we told Yatha Raja Tada Praja. If Raja is proper, then all the people in that society, country will take him as a role model and they live. If the government is corrupted, people also will become corrupted. One point is it is a side point, but in the previous sloka, when we are talking about the so many examples of the Puranas, we need a latest example also, no? Latest example. There were kings in the latest history also. Okay, for example, Chhatrapati Shivaji, Rana Pratap. They were all fought for the sake of country. And now let us take latest our uh, present prime minister. Don't think that why I am supporting the politics, because politics is not different and social life is not different, and we are not different and society is not different. We are all part and parcel of the society. That's why these great acharyas, gnanis, all they live in the society for the sake of society. They do a lot. A dharmic person or a spiritually enlightened person, how much he do for the sake of the society, even hundreds and thousands of the normal people cannot do within a short span of lifetime. If you take the example from the Shankaracharya onwards, Shankara lived only 32 years, and Vivekananda Swami lived only 38 years. And there are so many like that. How much tremendous work they are able to change the uh, minds of the people and put them in a right track on a dharmic sanatana dharma path, and give the solace to the thousands and millions of people, one spiritual head or one spiritual giant. How is it possible? Are they eager? They are the power mongers or the name, like unlike the politicians, but it is possible. So, present prime minister, can you imagine that there is any uh, political leader in the whole world who work all the 7 days in a week without any special recreation and enjoyments and taking the holiday leave and all that? The only person now you can see in the whole world. That's why the whole world is praising him, clapping at him, not because that he is belongs to particular one party. The character and the respect to the Sanatana Dharma, the principles and the values which he is following from the very young age and carrying that now. And because of such a leader, now we are progressed so much. Don't see the only the negative propaganda or the wrong channels of news and all that. Our aim is Sanatana Dharma is a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Just now I spoke in 3 languages in the Sanatana Dharma topic. So who believes and who respects and who follows that such a leader we want to the country. Fortunately, by God's grace, we got such a person and the people who. But don't expect that he alone and overnight he can bring all the changes. It takes time, because hundreds and many decades we were lived under this pressure and with wrong notions and wrong understanding, so many problems, and we ourselves created by going away from the our own lifestyle sanatana dharma. That is the only reason. Technology, science, and how the world global all that one side, but we must have the self-respect. That's why Nirbhara Bharat, all these things. Who can think all the 24/7 about the country and dedicated to the country? Can you get such a leader? Do you think only they are working for the power's sake? Only dedication. And he has the knowledge of the many of our scriptures also. But still, as a leader, when he came to that ruling side as a Kshatriya, he's doing his duty. So that is just I would like to mention. That's why. And then what we are seeing in this 21st shloka, the role models, whatever the popularly the people who are having name and fame in the society, they do tattadeva itaraha janaha, and the people majority the crowd will follow them. It is easy for them if they have any role model, the living example. Yes, we are keep on talking about the Ramayana and how Rama is a Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. We get inspired even now when we talk about the Rama and listen to Ramayana. But still, we need somebody at least who is following at least certain some of the principles of those dharma. Stick on to the dharma. Live for dharma, die for the dharma. That is the purification and karma yoga in the highest level. Naturally, uh, for them, when they have to retire, they will retire, but they are working. So, yad acharati sreshtaha, whatever the powerful people in the society, like king or the other leaders, itaraha janaha acharati eva tatat. Every other person performs only such actions and they will try to follow it. This is lokaha anuvartate tat. So the world follows that, which he sets as a model, as a standard pramanam. What is the here? So tattat eve itara janah sa yat pramanam kurute, whatever he followed and lived, that lokaha tadu anuvartate. The people also will follow. Now here we need to ponder on different angles about this point. Okay? Don't think only about the Raja or the present Prime Minister, all that I given the examples. And here Krishna given the examples of the past, the Puranas and all that. You know, for any person who can become a cultured person, Samskritavan, a cultured person, a civilized person, a dharmic person, according to our uh, tradition, our Sanatana Dharma, a cultured person means or civilized means not so well dressed with tie, coat, suit, boot, and all that, and going in a luxurious car and living in a luxurious bungalow. Who follows the Sanatana Dharma, who respect the Sanatana Dharma, who like to follow the Sanatana Dharma, who implement the Sanatana Dharma in his day-to-day life, whose lifestyle is dharma oriented, and that person is called Samskritavan. Now, if any person has to develop like this cultured person, Shastra tells that he needs three role models in that person's life. Shastra tells. First, I will quote and tell what Shastra talks about, and then we'll come to this modern scenario. One is the first is Matrudevo Bhava, the Taittiriya Upanishad declaration. Mother is not the first God. Mother is the first Guru, because the child grows in the mother's womb, and that time also the child gets the effects of the mother's behavior, mother's what mother eats that food. So the intimate relation to the inner growing child is with the mother. After the child comes out also, the uh, hearing and seeing and touching, these contacts are all more close with the mother's body. So the child, when she starts growing little, it will observe the mother only. And later also, how the mother talks and walks and everything, the child, even it doesn't know to speak and express, but it will observe. So the mother is the first guru, mother. And then second is the father is the second guru. Father is the second guru. And father also must be a role model. Okay, guru means what we are talking. Better shall I use the role model? Adarsham. The mother is the adarsham, father is the adarsham. For example, now, if the father and mother are not having any religious practice and they are very modern and very westernized, they won't get up in the morning. They never do any puja in their home. If such, and they will take bath and any time and eat any time. Can you expect the child can learn any samskaras from that? That's why in our day-to-day lifestyle of the Hindu families, are so many things are said. Get up in the morning and take the bath first and have the prayer puja to the Lord and have a puja room. If the small child sees these parents are doing from the childhood itself every day, definitely after few years later, the child automatically likes that lifestyle and follows also. But if the parents are westernized and they have also left the dharma, the path of dharma, and only living, eating, and enjoying, and there is no any great purpose of the life. There is no any bhakti, there is no any karma yoga, and more pomp and show in the life, that cannot create a cultured civilized person in the society. So very important, if the father is smoking, the child will see and learn. If the parents are fighting each other, and if the child will grab those words which they use, vulgar words, all that, it may not tell immediately, but the impressions will fall in the mind of the child. Then the child's personality definitely gets corrupted. So it is very, very important for every growing human being from the childhood, their role model is required. So mother is the role model. That's why the presence of the mother to take care of the child is very, very important in our society. Going to the job is not important, but many of us don't like if I say like that. But we see the side effects and the bad effects of that by being both of them going to the work and only money, money, money. And after that, what we cannot expect any great thing. If a mother wants to be free and move as she likes and freedom she wants, better not have a child. Naturally, for the sake of the child, to make the child to grow in a correct form, the mother has to sacrifice. Father also should sacrifice. We cannot say that we sleep today because Sunday up to 10 o'clock, all of us can get up. Then the child learns that only. If we are chanting every day some good stotrams and the Lord's name, the child will learn. That's why I said, role model. instead of teaching, by seeing, very easily people will learn it. They observe and follow. That is a general tendency. So, mother is the role model, father is the role model. And third, when he goes out to these studies, then there the teacher is the role model, should be the role model. Can we expect that now the teachers are role models? Do you know, do they know anything about Sanatana Dharma? Do they follow anything like that? Or they are very good and not having any bad habits? If the teacher is smoking in the staff room or in the somewhere in the ground, and that teacher may teach the subject, but he cannot teach the values to the child, and he cannot be as a role model to the child. Role model to the child. Never, cannot. So teacher also is outside is very important. There is a beautiful uh, discussion in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and of course in Chandogam also it comes. Janaka, Yagnavalkya replies to the Janaka's question. Janaka asked that, Sir, what you are telling, how can I take it as right? What is the authority? Then Yagnavalkya says that this point comes in Chandogam also. Yah matruman pitruman acharyavan bhavati, and whatever he says, who is having the correct proper role model mother and the proper role model father, matruman pitruman and acharyavan, who is having a guide, a teacher in his life, a sadguru, and if that person, whatever he talks, cannot go wrong, Janaka. That means Agnivalka is telling about himself. I have grown up like that. My mother is a role model for me. My father is a role model for me, and my guru is a role model. And after having Mata, Pita, and Guru, and who have trust and Shraddha on them, he can never go wrong. His words never be a wrong statements. Like this, Jaivali, some other rishis said, Janaka. So Yagnavalkya is quoting about the Jaivali. But what is happening now? In the world, the wrong role models. Wrong role models. Our children, the present generation, are not having the correct role models. Okay? So negative role models, Western culture, all that. If that culture is good for them, let them have. Why we have to forget and leave our culture and adopt that others' culture? Krishna said no in the previous slokas. Swadharme nidhanam, not he is going to Swadharme nidhanam shreyah paradharmo bhayavaha. Always following your own culture and the dharma and the samskriti is good for you instead of following others. Now, here particularly, if you want to talk about the Raja, because Arjuna, there is one Subhashita tells about this. What? If Yadha Raja Tadha Praja, if the ruler is not good, that world go into ruins. The world will be ruined. Rajanam Rashtrajam Papam. If the people of the country do the lead a sinful life, adharmic life, that papam goes to the king. Then Raja Papam Purohitam. If the Raja lead a adharmic life, that Papam goes to his guide, Raja Purohitam, who guides him being in the royal priest. Every kings, they were having a counselors, the Purohitas. mostly they were all Brahmins, rishis, because they are well-read, wise people. In Dasharatha's cabinet kingdom, there are seven ministers and seven rishis also were there. And bhartaram strikrutam papam, if a housewife, housemaker, a woman do the papam and lead a adharmic life, that sin come to the husband. That means husband must take care and see that his wife should lead a pious dharmic life. First of all, then he should be a dharmic person only, then only. So, bhartaram strikrutam papam. Finally, fourth one it says, Sishya papam gurum vrajet. Okay? If a Sishya do the papam, goes in a adharmic wrong way, who taught to him as a guru, that guru gets that sin. This is what Dharma Shastra says. So, if the great people do wrong, then what to do? We see sometimes that role models like that also in and around. For examples in the Puranas also. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Aluksham dharma kamasyuh yatha te tatra varteran tadha तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः. The meaning of this particular statement is, my dear, there whatever the people, the great people, they do good, you follow that. Don't take what the great people or popular people done the something wrong. Okay, error is human, but still, if the error is repeated and again, but it is not human, it is unhuman. You take only good. Why you look at the bad? So, Shastra gives the freedom that anya tadanugataha. So, itaraha janaha goes like that. Esha adeshaha. Upanishad says that you do whatever according to the time and the context and the people. Some small changes may told by the Mahatmas and the great people, wise people, that we follow it. Then, for example, I'm just quoting, I told the meaning of the shloka. To understand the depth of this statement, Loka Sangrahardam, then Sreshtha, how the role models are important in any society. Krishna asked the Duryodhana and Dharmaraja one day, he asked Dharmaraja to bring one bad person. And he asked to Duryodhana, you bring one good person. Both of them came with empty hands, not brought anybody. Why, what happened? I send you to in the morning, up to evening, you both came with empty hands. What happened to you, Duryodhana? Duryodhana said, I could not find any good person. I could not find any good person. And Krishna asked Dharmaraja, why you didn't bring anybody? I could not see and get any bad person. See? Because whatever you were, yad bhavam tad bhavati. Then, for example, generally when we listen to the Puranas and all that, Vishwamitra become a slave to the Menaka when he was doing tapas and he went along with her. People will quote that. Why you take Vishwamitra went along with the Menaka? Why can't you take how Vishwamitra did the great, very hard tapas and Vishwamitra invented Gayatri? Why can't you think about the Gayatri mantra? Why you are only uh, after Menaka? Take good. In the same way, many people quotes the Durvasa's anger. Durvasa Muni, one or two incidents are there in the Puranas. But people will quote that you are becoming angry like a Durvasa. Durvasa did so many other great things also. He is a Bhagavan Durvasa. In Bhagavata story, Ambarisha story mentioned. So you don't take the negative thing from anywhere if at all it is there mixture. In the same way in Lakshmana Ramayana story, when all those ornaments of the Sita showed, Rama could not see because of the sorrow and the tears filled, eyes are filled with the tears. So he asked Lakshmana, you please see that whether these ornaments are belong to your sister-in-law. Then when he saw the many other ornaments of the face and the hands and all that, he said, Najanami Keyuram. Okay, Keyuram, all these earrings or nose ring or anything. Najanami Kankanam. I don't know about these bangles, but when he saw the Nupuram, the uh, anklets, this is belongs to my sister-in-law Sita only. How? Because how I know every day I do namaskara to her. I will see those feet and I remember that. I never see her face and her other facial beauty or what ornament she is wearing. Such a devotion and the good uh, attitude towards the other woman. In the same way, in Lanka, when Hanumanji went to find the Sita, and there inside in that search of Sita, he has to go in the night and look through the so many windows and in so many palaces and where these Rakshasa ladies and others are all lying down without a proper dress and drunken state and all that. But that is not a wrong thing. Why Hanumanji saw went like that, it is not wrong. But if you listen the Ramayana fully, you will understand. Later on, he said, I am doing a big mistake, but what to do? For the search of Sita Devi, there is no other way. Unless I go and see such, daytime if I come, nobody will allow me to see or go. So in this way, so many examples we can quote, keep on quote. The point is here, people will just follow the, this one last example, goat. This one sheep, goat. If one jumps, all other 50, 100 goats will jump. If one goes to this side, cross the road, all backside. That's why the person who control them, mainly he'll guide that beginning front row line goats. Then if they all go to the side, backside, everything will come this side. If they jump, all jump. This is the people's mentality. So we need to provide a great good role model. Why can't you be a role model, Arjuna, in the society? Being you are a Kshatriya, the society and mm, this dynasty, people are wanting it. They are waiting for it. So like that. But unfortunately, now in this present scenario, we have only the bad role models. The models, no? Models means generally what comes, who walks, instead of walking like a human being, they want to walk like a cat and all type of ugly, indecent dress and all that. So model are otherwise nowadays for the youngsters, no, the models are the only role models are the cine stars, cricket stars, are this kind of people. And for some of them, politicians. And do they have any good background on the character? But still they are, because there is no any proper role models available for the children, either in the school. either those teachers or the parents, then where they go, the children has to find out some anchor by going into the wrong role model, because they are all popular now. Being they are popular, don't think that they are good. That's why to change the people's mind, a bad person also can change the people's mind, good person also can change the people's mind. Terrorists also brainwashing the people. Some religions are also. So who is correct? Who say? Dharma will decides which is correct, which is not correct. Okay. So one or two more examples need to know how these fashions and the culture followed by the people. If you sometimes back know, these all ladies, young ladies, girls are tying their dupatta to the nose, and in every scooter everywhere. Particularly it started in Bombay or somewhere because of dust pollution or whatnot, but here in all our cities we see it is a fashion, because every they will have dupatta, they will tie here and put it like a hmm, decoit like. But many now it is gone again. In the same way, these are all fashions, everything. Some time back, somebody, you know, uh, happened his dress, shirt or pant has got torn because of he put the some cigarette by mistake in the pocket and become hole, and he doesn't have any cloth to stitch. So some other color cloth taken and stitched. Like this, the patches. Now jeans becomes the fashion. If more patches, more it is faded, more it has torn here and there. That is the fashion. See how people will follow. Even that bell-bottom pant long ago, somebody is having elephantiasis. That's why that fellow has to, the tailor has to stitch a this long bottom, bell bottom, and then later on it becomes a big fashion when it came to the cinema, and everybody started wearing. So in this way, if the heroes of the cinemas and all that, if they are going without the buttons to the shirt and the hair cutting differently, or putting one ring stud to the one ear, all these are all considered as the fashion. Why? Somebody is doing in that, so follows. Very quickly people will follow like that. So we need a good role models, and the father, mother, and the teacher should be then only. So we have so many side points like this in the shloka. I took long time to tell these two angles. One is even the king or whatever you do your karma, Arjuna, and other be as a role model. Now, final one statement. Every one of us are in our place to our level to the around society, people, family. We are all each one of us are a role model. Then you be careful that many are watching you, many are looking at you, and because either children, youngsters, or elders, or anybody, neighbors, and community relatives, all are watching you. Why can't you be a role model? Something good, civilized, Samskritavan. Why can't you be? If everybody decides like that, then we'll have a good society, good harmonious living, and the what scriptures expected, that we can visualize. The Ramarajya can be visualized. So with this, I will conclude now. Next class we'll see more. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्